The U.S. presidents, the architects of history, have shaped this nation with their strategic decisions, policies, and leadership. These individuals, often at the helm during pivotal moments, have left an indelible imprint on the United States and the world beyond. From the inception of our democracy, the president's role has been of paramount importance. These leaders have not only steered the ship of state through calm and turbulent waters, but they've also defined the very essence of what it means to be American. In their hands, the Constitution is a living, breathing document that evolves and adapts to the changing times. Our journey begins with George Washington, the first president of the United States. His leadership established the precedents and institutions of the presidency, setting the foundation for the nation's government and democracy. His legacy is one of wisdom, fortitude, and a steadfast commitment to the principles of liberty and justice. As we move forward in history, we encounter a host of influential figures. Thomas Jefferson, for instance, whose presidency was marked by the Louisiana Purchase, doubling the size of the United States, and his role in drafting the Declaration of Independence, shaping the ideals of the nation. Then, there's Abraham Lincoln, whose leadership during the Civil War and efforts to abolish slavery with the Emancipation Proclamation and the 13th Amendment have cemented his legacy as one of America's greatest presidents. We'll also delve into the lives and legacies of presidents like Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose New Deal programs helped lift the United States out of the Great Depression, and Ronald Reagan, whose conservative policies and economic reforms, dubbed Reaganomics, reshaped American politics. In this series, we'll explore the lives, contributions, and enduring legacies of these leaders. We'll examine their triumphs and their trials, their dreams and their determinations. These are the pillars of a nation, the leaders who have shaped and will continue to shape the course of history. Join us on this journey through time as we delve into the lives and legacies of these remarkable leaders. Our journey begins with George Washington, the first president, the man who set the foundation for our democracy. Washington's leadership was instrumental in establishing the precedents and institutions of the presidency. His decisions, from refusing a third term to his insistence on the title Mr. President instead of more regal titles, helped mold the presidency into an office of service rather than absolute power. His farewell address, cautioning against divisive political parties and foreign alliances, remains a guiding light in American politics. Next, we encounter Thomas Jefferson, a man of many talents and profound influence. Jefferson's presidency was marked by the Louisiana Purchase, a real estate deal that doubled the size of the United States at a cost of less than 3 cents per acre. This expansion laid the groundwork for what the United States is today. But Jefferson was more than a savvy negotiator. As the primary drafter of the Declaration of Independence, his words shaped the ideals of the nation, embedding the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness into the American psyche. Lastly, we turn to Andrew Jackson, a president known for his fiery personality and populist policies. Jackson's presidency was characterized by his expansion of executive power, a legacy that continues to shape the presidency today. His Indian Removal Act, though controversial and devastating to Native American populations, was a significant event in American history. His battle against the Second Bank of the United States was a defining moment of his presidency, reflecting his commitment to defending the common man against the privileged elite. These early leaders set the stage for a nation destined to grow and evolve. Their decisions, whether celebrated or controversial, shaped the United States and left an indelible mark on history. As we continue our journey, we'll see how subsequent presidents built upon these foundations, navigating the nation through times of war, depression, and great societal change. Enter the champions of change, leaders who faced unprecedented challenges with unyielding resolve. Let us turn our attention to Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, whose term in the White House spanned from 1861 to 1865. Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War was nothing short of remarkable. Amidst a nation divided, he held steadfast, guiding the Union with a firm hand and a clear vision. His goal was not only to preserve the Union but to rid it of the scourge of slavery. His Emancipation Proclamation in 1862 was a historic stride towards that end, declaring that all persons held as slaves within rebellious states shall be thenceforward, and forever free. But Lincoln did not stop there. His efforts culminated in the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery throughout the entire United States, a testament to his unwavering commitment to equality and human rights. Now, let's shift gears to the early 20th century where we find Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president, serving from 1901 to 1909. Roosevelt was a progressive reformer, pushing for changes that would level the playing field for all Americans. His trust-busting campaigns broke up large corporate monopolies, ensuring fair competition and protecting consumers. But his vision extended beyond economics. As an ardent lover of nature, Roosevelt championed conservation efforts, leading to the establishment of numerous national parks and wildlife refuges. His presidency expanded the role of the federal government and set the United States firmly on the world stage as a global power. These two leaders, Abraham Lincoln and Theodore Roosevelt, faced daunting challenges and made tough decisions, but through their courage and progressive outlook, they redefined the nation, leading it towards a path of growth and equality. Their legacies continue to echo today, reminding us of the power of leadership and the importance of fighting for what is right. Their courage and progressive outlook redefined the nation, leading it towards a path of growth and equality. Now, we turn to the heroes of world wars, leaders who steered the nation through some of its darkest hours. First up is Harry S. Truman, the man who saw the world change overnight. Truman's presidency was marked by the end of World War II, a conflict that had engulfed the globe. He made the decision, a controversial one that is still debated today, to drop atomic bombs on Japan, effectively ending the war. But Truman's impact didn't end there. He also implemented the Marshall Plan, a massive economic aid package to help rebuild war-torn Europe. This not only helped stabilize the continent, but also worked to curb the spread of communism, a growing concern in the post-war world. Truman is also credited with the establishment of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, an alliance that continues to shape geopolitics today. Next we have John F. Kennedy, a charismatic leader who captured the hearts of Americans. Kennedy's time in office was marked by the height of the Cold War. His leadership during the Cuban Missile Crisis, one of the most dangerous confrontations of the time, is often hailed as an example of crisis management. Kennedy managed to negotiate a peaceful resolution, avoiding a nuclear war that would have had catastrophic consequences. But Kennedy's vision extended beyond our own planet. He inspired a generation with his ambition for space exploration. It was Kennedy who set the goal of landing an American on the moon by the end of the 1960s, a goal that was realized with the Apollo 11 mission in 1969. Kennedy's vision laid the groundwork for the United States leadership in space exploration. Truman and Kennedy, two leaders who faced unprecedented challenges. Their decisions, their leadership, shaped not only the United States but the world. They navigated through times of immense change and uncertainty, and their legacies continue to resonate today. Their leadership in times of crisis showcased American resilience and strength on the global stage. Finally, we arrive at the modern trailblazers, leaders who have shaped the nation in recent history. At the forefront of this era, we find Ronald Reagan, who served as the 40th President of the United States from 1981 to 89. Reagan's presidency was a turning point in American politics. His conservative policies and economic reforms, collectively known as Reaganomics, fundamentally reshaped the nation's economic landscape. Reaganomics was characterized by widespread tax cuts, decreased social spending, increased military spending, and the deregulation of domestic markets. But Reagan's influence wasn't just domestic. His assertive foreign policy played a vital role in ending one of the most tense periods in global history, the Cold War. Reagan's strategic pressure on the Soviet Union and his unwavering belief in peace through strength significantly contributed to the collapse of the Soviet Empire, marking the end of the Cold War era. Yet, the story of America's modern trailblazers doesn't end with Reagan. Following him were presidents who faced unprecedented challenges, from economic recessions and wars to social upheaval and global pandemics. Each, in their own way, navigated these complexities and continued to shape the American narrative. They implemented policies that affected every aspect of American life and made decisions that would leave lasting impacts on the global stage. Some were met with controversy, others with widespread acclaim, but all have played their part in the ongoing story of America. Through their leadership, these modern presidents have continued the work of their predecessors, striving towards the ideals of liberty, justice, and equality that have defined the United States since its inception. Their decisions, actions, and policies are the latest chapters in the rich, complex history of American leadership. These modern trailblazers have continued to shape our nation, navigating through complex challenges and leading us into the future. From the pillars of a fledgling nation to the trailblazers of the modern era, U.S. presidents have left indelible marks on history. Their impact, from George Washington's establishment of the presidency to Abraham Lincoln's abolishment of slavery, to John F. Kennedy's vision for space exploration, has shaped the course of the United States and the world. Their legacies remind us of the power of leadership, vision, and resilience in shaping a nation. They are the architects of history, the pillars of the United States of America.